Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday.
And welcome to the river.
Doesn't feel like a Saturday, and I didn't even realize it until I was on Facebook and somebody said Happy Saturday, and I'm going, it's Saturday?
Saturday?
It's another one of those this days. No idea.
Here we are.
In the river.
Whoopsie,
Doesn't
sorry.
feel like a Saturday, and I didn't even realize it.
Oopsie.
No idea. And I did the same thing.
You did the same. Oh, good. I don't feel so bad now.
Good morning, Deirdre and Luann.
Hi, Deirdre.
Let me see if I can turn my chat on.
And how is everybody doing this morning? You know, it's we think it rained here last night. There's rain puddles everywhere, so it must have. And we have a leak in our roof and out here on the porch, and so there was a little puddle there. So
well, it either rained or the giant peed. We're not sure which yet.
One of the two.
I think we have a giant that comes out of the forest. We could tell a story. The giant in the forest.
Okay. And we went out on a couple because I'm not seeing anybody here. Okay, I'm going to go
Wendy, good morning. Carol Allen.
Okay, they
and
must all
Scarlett
be on
Patterson. They're in
World.
Enlightened World.
Okay.
Yeah, so let me share it out.
I got to find that.
Oh, you shared it to the group. Thank you, Wendy, for letting me know.
Wendy.
Share
Okay,
to my other groups.
There we go. Okay, there's everybody. Yay, now I'm with y'all. Okay.
Yeah, there you are. Good morning, Jeryl.
Well, good morning, Teri.
Oh,
it's going to be another one of those mornings,
it's a
isn't
silly
it? Yeah.
morning.
Oh, how wonderful, Luann. It's a gorgeous day in Toronto.
Good. And
Awesome.
Deirdre has a beautiful day.
Too.
And Gabby's
Hi,
here.
Gabby.
Hi, sweetheart.
Good evening to Gabby. I hope you've had a wonderful day today. I feel like I'm in this time loop, kind of, with Gabby and with Wendy in the UK, and also Angie Taylor in Australia. You feel like you're kind of like, wow, it's tonight there. I love that. Thank you, Deirdre, for sharing. Thank you, everyone who shared. Thank you, Wendy. Good morning, Scarlett and Linda K. Good morning, Linda. And Robert Dosa is with us. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, I'm going to go and look and see if there's anybody on Enlightened Living. And you've got
Linda K. from Malaysia. Welcome. Hello, hello. Robert Dosa. And Deirdre says Keith Urban did a concert for all the frontline workers at a drive-in for free. Yeah, he's been doing a lot of, I believe it's Periscope or YouTube. There's a few of the big name entertainers that have been giving free concerts. I think that's awesome. And Elizabeth, good morning.
Good morning. And also Robin Fitzpatrick Evans
good morning,
is
Robin.
with us this morning. She's over on Enlightened Living, and she says, we can really see the river today. Yeah. Yes, you really can, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
I see it behind me here.
Good morning, Sally. And I'm sure Tony's there.
Hi, Sally and Tony.
Hi, everybody. This is so cool. Gabby, I'm trying to get the time right for the numerology workshop. It is, yes. No, wait a minute. What time is it? My eyes are deceiving me. Yes, you're correct. It is 2.5 hours away. She will begin at 10 o'clock Eastern time. So when we get off of here, you'll have about an hour and a half before her show starts. And that is on Enlightened Living, I believe. Pretty sure.
Hi, Rick. It's nice to see you this morning.
Thank you, Wendy. Yes, it is 10 o'clock Eastern.
And Luann says Facebook has put out some new avatars so we can express ourselves. So much fun.
Cool.
Yay.
Yeah, that is cool.
And there's Sharon Boyle. Good morning, Sharon.
I don't see her. There she is.
Yeah.
And Gabby, you're going to try to stay awake. I know it's going to be late for you, but that's going to be a good workshop, and there are a lot of people signed up for it. So if y'all are interested, go ahead and sign up. And speaking of workshops, I have 3 workshops myself that I put on the schedule, and they're going to be on Sundays. Not this Sunday. This Sunday's the Free Time Heals, energy healing. For anybody in Angelic River family, you can come to the healing session on Sunday at 2 o'clock. And then after that, every Sunday for 3 Sundays will be a 1 o'clock workshop. And the first one is all about chakras. So whatever you would like to know about our chakras.
And I have a couple good mornings. And also, I want to say to Robin Fitzpatrick Evans, Robin, the mainstream that people are talking on right now is EWN. Go to Enlightened World Network, which is different than EWN, Enlightened Living, which is what you're on right now. So if you want to come in and see the main one, that's where you're going to see most of our conversation that's happening right now. And good morning, Carol Skeels. How are you this morning? And we had another one join us. Who was it? Julie Kiss.
Julie Kiss is here.
Hi, sweetheart. How are ya? So yes, come on over to Enlightened World Network and
Carol
join
said
in.
Michelle's book came yesterday, and she stayed up late reading it. Was that The Tao of Numbers? She's got 2 books. The Tao of Numbers is the one about numerology. And her second book is The Year of Living Miraculously, and I love that book too. Are there links for the workshops? Robin asked. If you're talking about the workshops I mentioned, they're in Angelic River Family. So if you're in there, they are an announcement, so they'll be at the front of the page, at the front of the group.
Okay, and Teri has a plan for us today.
I do have a plan, and we had talked about it a couple of days ago, and people agreed they wanted to start Pam Grout's E² experiments. So I'm scrolling down to find it while you all chat.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because I have the book on my computer, and I'm just going to get to that first one, which is The Dude Abides. I love this one.
Oh, and good morning, Help Wellington, Marshall, last name. It is lovely to see you here with us this morning. And yes, thank you, Wendy. Angelic River Family shows all the workshops, date and times. That's all in our group, Angelic River Family. Is it under events, Teri?
No, it's at the very top of the page. It's an announcement.
It's an announcement. So just go to that announcement, and that will.
Rain.
Yeah, it's just coming off the cypress tree. Awesome.
Oh, I thought the giant was back. I wanted to go see him.
Oh, no. Okay. Oh, we're almost there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get there eventually, and we'll hopefully have a good amount of people that want to participate with us.
This will be fun. This will be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
How's things going, Carol? Carol Skeels over in Louisiana. These are friends of ours that were staying here on the property with us for a while, and they're now in Louisiana. So I hope everything is well with you and David. And Julie says, doing better. Thank you. Need to ground at my camp in ADK Inlet, New York for the weekend. You know, right now, grounding has never been more important than ever. So however you can do it, I've seen pictures of your camp, Julie. It is absolutely spectacular. But if you guys can get out in nature at all, please do. Or an Epsom salts bath. There are many, many ways to ground. You can meditate. It's really important right now. And it helps you to go within and to kind of keep things on an even keel. I don't know about you guys, but I've been really almost feeling like I'm going in and out of dimensions, and so a little bit wobbly at times energetically. And the only thing that kind of keeps me going is I go out and I literally lay spread eagle on the ground and just anchor my body into Mother Earth and ground myself. So, oh, where's the naughty matzah man? Wendy said, I don't know that John is up this early this morning.
Him.
Yeah, let's not. Don't wake the sleeping giant, okay? It's kind of like going into the cave and not waking the bear.
Yeah.
We love John. John and I went to school together. We were in holistic life coach class together and got to know each other. In fact, it was John who told me, this was 4 years ago, that I would be doing Rising Up with Jeryl. And he was first said, you'll be doing a show interviewing other people, bringing their skills out. And I'm like, no, John, I'm a behind the camera kind of girl. And he said, no, you're going to be in front of the camera. And I disagreed. And he said, and it's going to be called Rising Up with Jeryl. 2 years later, I started doing Rising Up with Jeryl. And then I did it for about 6 episodes. And it was too much for me at the time. And then I came. And so about a month before Teri did my reading, he said, he says, I'm seeing Rising Up with Jeryl coming back again. I said, I don't think so, John. And then Teri did a reading and they said, okay, quit hiding. So John has been very integral in my life and some of the things I've done. So thank you, John, I think. And good morning, Catherine and Diana.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah.
Okay,
so good to see you.
So y'all ready to do the experiment?
Yes.
And to hear what the steps are. Just seeing what we have on here. Oh, good. We have like 25 people. That's a good number.
Yay.
So this book that Pam Grout wrote, and I don't even know when she wrote it. It's not a new book, but it's called E Squared. And in this book, there are experiments. We're going to do a science experiment, pretty much. It's the same premise that everything's a theory until you have evidence. So in this book, you collect evidence. And the very first one is called The Dude Abides. And it's not an irreverence to God. It's just putting out there something in a language that's fun and something that where you're not so four-walled in your definition of God or what it's all about. And that's the concept also, is to lose any preconceived ideas, to just get rid of the fact that, okay, God has to perform a miracle this way, or this has to happen before this can happen. So any of those old belief patterns is what we're being asked to just kind of set that aside for 48 hours. Can you do that? Can you say, okay, I'm going to get something coming to me that I know is from, I call it God. You can call it whatever you want. Pam calls it the force of infinite possibilities. Because, we humans give things a name. We have to put a label on everything. So whatever you want to call that higher power, that creator that you're going to talk to during this 48 hours, that's the first step, is to lose any of those preconceived ideas about how it's going to look for you to get your message, to get your evidence, so to say. So, first of all, allowing myself to become a little nutty and irrational and open me up to certain mystical experiments. So you're going to allow 48 hours. So the very first thing is to pick a time to start the experiment. If you want to start it this minute while we're here with each other, I think that would be pretty powerful.
Yes,
if we all said, okay, yeah. I'm all in. And remember, I've said multiple times, your yes is your commitment. It's not a commitment to us. It's a commitment to yourself. So whenever you're ready to say, yeah, I'm going to do that, I'm going to try that experiment, then that's your starting point. That's the time that you have set. And then you have 48 hours from that time. So that'll be Monday morning for us.
Yes, Monday morning.
So Monday morning at 7:45 is our end time. So on the show, Monday morning will be our end point for any that are starting with us right now. So jot that down. Jot down your time and date of when you are starting, your beginning point. And then you ask that higher power, like I said, whatever you want to call it, to make its presence known. You can ask for a blessing, or if you would like, set an intention and repeat that intention out loud. I want to see something that I wouldn't normally see. That's usually my intention. I'm like, okay, I really want to see something, some sign that you're going to show me. So the principle, if you're writing it down, the principle is the dude abides, A-B-I-D-E-S. The dude lives. It really does exist. And the theory, there is an invisible energy force or field of infinite possibilities, and it's yours for the asking. So the question is, does this field of infinite possibilities, God, Creator, whatever you want to call it, does that exist? That's the question that's being put out there. And after the boat goes by, I'll read the hypothesis. We're doing this as a science experiment. So we have our question, we have our theory, and the hypothesis is, if there is a 24/7 energy force equally available to everyone, I can access it at any time simply by paying attention. Furthermore, if I ask the force for a blessing, giving it a specific time frame and clear instructions, it'll send me a gift and say, "My pleasure." So your time is 24 hours. Write that down, the date and time. 48 hours. I don't know what I said, but
24.
48 is the number. And so you write down the date, time you start, and when you will be receiving the gift by. So that would be Monday morning for anyone starting it right now. Okay, so the approach. This is from Pound Grout. I hate to break it to ya, but the field of infinite possibilities, or talking to this God, however you address God, I hate to break it to you, God, but folks are starting to talk. They're starting to wonder, is this guy for real? I mean, really, like I'd like it to be so much skin off your chin. I'm just messing this up because I don't have my glasses on. Really, I'd like I'd be so much skin off your chin to come down here and call off this crazy hide and seek thing you've been playing. I'm giving you exactly 48 hours to make your presence known. I want a thumbs up, clear sign, something that cannot be written off as coincidence. And I have done this experiment, oh my goodness, I don't even know how many times I've done my experiment. And every time I've gotten a sign, every time, without fail. And I think I've shared the story with you all. There was one time when it was right down to the wire. I'm like standing outside going, all right, God, I don't know what's going on, but I didn't get my sign. And then I got my sign. As soon as I let it go and said, okay, I give up, I got the sign. And every subsequent experiment in this book, I've gotten the signs. So this is the first one, and Diane says, I love alchemy. Yes, me too. And that's what this is. So we're going to get our signs. I cannot wait to hear all the signs that God is going to bring forth and share with us.
Yes.
Because it really does happen. Like I said, the thing is to just lose that control over how it's going to happen, what it's going to look like, or any preconceived ideas like, I can already hear resistance, like God doesn't do that. Why are we testing God? God doesn't respond to that. It's not a test. It's calling forth something to you. And this is how you manifest, people. This is how you manifest.
It really is claiming your true divine spirit, because we're all part of God. We're all true divinity. And in that, it's not about, like she said, it's not about challenging God. It's about claiming what is ours. This is really who we are, and that's what Pam Grout's whole vision is. It's like for each and every one of us to know that we are all divine spirit, and that these are our natural rights.
They are.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's what we know for a fact, that we have birthrights.
Absolutely.
You know, our spiritual gifts are birthrights. And we're going to talk about that in my workshop that I'm going to do on opening up and how you can really get in touch with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of new
We
people.
do. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah.
C is on. Mary Ann Malone Cindy is here. Sherry Gatewood. Good morning to all of you.
Oh, yeah. And
Claim your birthright. Absolutely,
C.
Diane.
And Sherry Hines. Good morning, Sherry.
Deirdre's all in. Diane's all in.
Yeah.
Yes,
Carol Allen is
yes,
all in.
Yes. And Diane says,
Catherine.
I have been banishing scarcity from my life. I love this experiment. This little girl is going to manifest, is going to mystically create a wad of cash. There you go. Whatever it is, you put it out there. What I do is just say, show me something. Just show me something. And I don't put an attachment to it. I let it go. Just kind of like what we do with our prayer requests in the morning. Just release the string and don't try to hold on to the control. Luann is in.
Wonderful.
Yay.
That is so cool.
I love it. Elizabeth is in. And Catherine Kovac, she jumped in here. So welcome to the group this morning.
Yay, and Catherine is also in. She posted up earlier that she's going to do this for
Awesome.
48
I'm so
hours.
glad.
Yeah. And yeah, Scarlett says gathering evidence. I love that.
That's what
Yeah,
we're
we're
doing.
exactly what
Oh
we're
my
doing.
God, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see all of the
I know.
evidence. I
I
can't
know.
wait
Me
for the
too.
results.
And Teri, speaking of evidence, what can you give us some examples of what happened to you? Because I know my mind always goes, well, what am I supposed to see? This and that. And I know we're not supposed to have expectations, but it still helps if I know what other people have experienced sometimes.
Right.
So
Yeah, that's the thing, is to let go of what you think it might look like. And I know that's been something that they've been working with you on, is letting go of that expectation,
Yeah.
not just the expectation, but the attachment to the outcome. Being attached to, well, if it doesn't happen, I'm just going to be very unhappy, or I'm going to be pissed that I spent 48 hours trying to manifest something.
Yeah.
So all of that is what we're being asked to let go of. And I think it's terrific that we're doing this, because we can all work on cutting
Our
those
issues
cords
are,
to the attachment to the outcome. So the very last one is the one that is most memorable in my mind that I did. And that was the one, and I know that I had to have had some of those attachments and some of that expectation, because when you're putting something out there like this, yes, you're focused on it. It is in your awareness, and it's kind of like Christmas. You know Christmas is coming, and so you're like, oh, yummy, I wonder what's going to be under that tree for me. I wonder what I'm going to get. Get into the excitement of Christmas without that thought of what's going to be under the tree. Okay, can we do that? Can we let go and say, I know there will be something. I trust, I have faith that there's going to be something for me at Christmas time. I have no idea what it looks like. That's the idea. Letting go of what that gift is, what it will look like to you. So the last time I did this, it went all the way up to the end of my 48 hours. I was standing outside my apartment, and I have a canal that runs beside the apartment. And I'm standing there just talking to God, and I'm looking up and I'm looking down, and I'm like, I didn't get it this time, did I? I didn't get whatever it was that I was supposed to see, feel, hear, whatever it might have looked like. And I turn around to go back in my house, because it was like I said, there were like 5 minutes left, I think, on my 48 hours. I turn around, and at that very second, there was what I call a falling star, which I know is a meteor, okay, but I saw it. And if I had not been outside talking to God, if I hadn't turned around at that exact moment, I would have missed it. I would have missed my sign. But because I said, okay, I give up, it's like I give up looking, I give up searching, because that's what I had been doing. I'd been searching for it. That's not what we're doing. We're sitting there saying, I know there's going to be something under that tree. I know that it's going to be good, but I don't know what it is yet. And then just leave that. Just leave that with, it's going to come to me. And it's not that we're going to go out looking under every rock. Okay, what's under there? I want to see something really great. That's not the idea. It's to let go of it and let it come. And losing those expectations is the hardest part. It really is the hardest part. Because in the beginning, this is what I did. The first time I did this, I'm like, okay, God's going to show me something. Yay. Yeah. And so I would look, and I'd be like, looking over, is it over there? I'd be, my physical eyes were searching for something, instead of my spiritual eyes being open and saying, I'll see it when it's here. I'll see it. It's going to show up. And it's having that faith and that belief and the trust that when we put something out there to the universe, to God, it's heard. It's heard, seen, and acknowledged. Right. That is the whole precept of this. So if you can hold that thought in your heart and say, yeah, I have faith, I have trust, and okay, I put it out there, I've written it down, I've written my time down, I've written down, the whole concept of God exists, and he's going to show me that he exists, then let it go.
Good morning, Connie. Now, we have a lot of people that are all in on this. And Robert says, I am in. Don't have any expectations as per the results. But in 48 hours from now, something magnificent will happen.
Absolutely.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Yeah. Yeah. And Hope Wellington Marshall, Wendy, Sally, Elizabeth, Catherine, Luann. I mean, you guys, this is going to be so much fun. It's going to be a party Monday morning. Isn't that amazing?
And Connie Elkins Moore joined us. Yes, hi, darling.
Yeah.
And Scarlett Patterson says, we gleefully await the surprise.
Yes.
And that's the same as like with Christmas or your birthday or whatever day you get presents from somebody to acknowledge you, to show you that you're special. You know what, guys? We are special. We are so special, and we are so loved. Just hold that energy of being loved and being seen. This is the big thing right now. We want to be seen. We want to be acknowledged. I love this.
And good morning, Betsy. Hello, hello, hello.
And Sharon Boyle says, okay, you twisted my arm. I'm in too.
All right, Sharon. Yay.
Sharon, I think you should get your girls to do it with you.
Oh, that's a great idea. I love that.
Yep. I love this whole thing. Yeah, ever since it came up the other day, it's been in my mind. It's like, yeah, we really do need to just do this. And doing it as a group, do you know how powerful that is? And I think I'm going to send Pam Grout a message and say, our group is doing the Dude Exists, or the Dude Abides principle.
The Dude Abides.
And we can't wait to share with you some of our results. I'm going to send her that message today and see if we get a response from her.
And Sherry Gatewood says, and so it is. And, okay. Prachetta. Good morning, sweetheart. Lots of love back to you. I hope you and your brother are doing a little bit better after the prayer, and we will continue to hold you up in our prayers.
Absolutely.
For everyone that's new. Prachetta just lost her mom, her and her brother, and recently, and they're in the throes of grief, as anyone who has gone through the grieving of that that type knows. So please hold them in your prayers.
And Wendy, in 48 hours from now, I ask Divine Spirit for a sign for something that I have not seen before, but I will know it's from you.
Oh, I like that.
I love that.
That's really great.
I can post what I read to you, the theory and all that. I can post that in our group.
Okay.
And,
Oh, that would be nice.
yeah,
Terry.
so we can all
That
see it
really
in writing,
we can
too.
see it. And Connie Elkins Moore says, "Yes, we are. We are here for a reason." Absolutely, Connie.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Sally's all in too. I don't know if I said that
yay.
before.
Sally and Tony, I hope.
I hope Tony too.
I would love to see what you all manifest.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Those guys are like,
They're
master manifestors.
They are master manifestors.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yes. Connie said she's praying for both Perchetta and her brother. And his name is on the tip of my tongue, and I do apologize. Prashir.
I'm sorry, I don't want to get it wrong.
I don't
but
want to
yes,
mess it up.
your brother usually is on here with you.
Yeah. And so.
Yes, Wendy, I will put that in the group so everybody can see the writing, and people that aren't here with us this morning will be able to see it also in the group.
And we have Rose Delfino Sapero.
Rosie!
Hi, Rosie.
Good morning, Rosie.
Oh, it's her brother that we've been praying
Matthew
for, right?
Delfino.
Matthew?
We always put him in our
Okay.
circle. Oh,
Yeah.
Rosie, I am so looking forward to tomorrow night.
I know.
We get to be with
How
Rosie
exciting.
tomorrow night, and I'm so excited about
Yes.
that. Yes. Rosie, we all decided as a group to do the E squared experiment. I don't know if you're familiar with Pam Grout's E squared. We're starting the very first one today. It's the Dude Abides, and we are asking for a sign. Within 48 hours, we're going to receive something that we know is not something we could have manufactured, that it's just going to appear. And we're all going to see our signs, and we're going to report back on Monday morning what our signs are. I'm so excited. Yeah.
And Perchetta's brother's name is Prashir.
Prashir.
And we have you both in our prayers. And Sally said, yes, Tony is in too. Yay!
Good.
And Prashetta, please be gentle and kind with yourself. I know you and your brother are really striving to do the greatest good and to honor your mother and to move forward, and I certainly respect that, but do be kind and gentle with yourself and allow yourself whatever you need to move through this time. Really, whatever it looks like, don't judge it, just let it be, because it is a natural process that is unique to each and every person. So,
and Perchetta says, thanks much for your guidance and love, trying to stand up. Yeah, one day at a time, honey. And sometimes in grief, it's like 1 minute at a time. So like Jeryl said, just be gentle, and then take it one thing at a time. You don't have to rush anything.
Nope.
Grief cannot be rushed.
No.
So just make it something that's yours alone, and don't look at how anybody else does it. No comparison. That's the trap that us humans get into. We compare ourselves with other people's experiences and other people's way they do things. So this is yours.
Yeah.
It's yours.
And don't let anybody tell you how that should look.
Absolutely.
And we're right here to support you in any way we can. We certainly will lift you up every day in
like
prayer.
Scarlett says, we can stand together, and we do.
Absolutely.
We do. You're in a family now, so you're not alone. You have all of us to deal with.
Absolutely.
And I love Rosie's comment. She says, yes, we will see the signs. We do. I've done this experiment so many times, and I always have something that happens. So, just don't put an expectation out there, and just let it happen.
And Connie says, I can feel my vibrations rising just since I joined you. Love you, ladies. And, thank you, Connie. And this is such an amazing collective of energy.
It is.
We're all connected soul to soul here. And we raise each other up every day. I know I can be so exhausted, and I've been having a lot of headaches in the morning because of expansion and that. Nothing serious or anything life-threatening at all. But as soon as we get this set up and we sit down, it's like something inside of me comes alive. I feel alive. And that's because of all of you. It really is because of all of you.
Yeah, because God knows I am not a morning person. I'm that person that at 11 o'clock in the morning, I still have the covers over my head. But I love this. I love getting up for you all.
I do too.
Angie's in the house.
I know. Good morning, Angie. And
Hi,
Gabby
Angie.
says, there's a big lotto tonight here. That would be nice. Yes, it would.
It would.
And Robert asked if you bought your ticket yet, Gabby.
Mm-hmm, she does. She has the ticket.
Yay.
She says, wait, I have the winning ticket.
Awesome.
I love that.
Okay.
So, Angie Taylor, I know you're just coming in, but in the group, I will post the experiment that we are doing. It's the very first one in E Squared, Pam Grout's book. And we are all doing it together starting this morning. Anyone that says, yes, I'm all in, can do the experiment together. And we're all going to report on Monday what our signs were that we saw. And I can't wait. I'm so excited. I can't wait for my sign.
Me too.
I
can't wait either.
Now I want.
And Angie, Gabby is also in Australia. Gabby, Andrew's in Australia. I know it's a huge continent, but who knows? You know, there may be a hookup there. And Sally says, we are open to all signs. We have made a practice of following our signs and guidance and always welcome more. Yeah.
Yes. Awesome. And Sherry Gatewood is all in. She's saying her yes.
Yes, Sherry.
And like I said, your yes is to yourself. You're not saying it to us, to the group, even to God. You're saying it to yourself.
Yeah. Do you want to read Prashetta's?
So thankful to the entire group. We are so indebted and feel the heart-to-heart connection. We're so lucky to be a part of this group. God bless and lots of love. Yeah, lots right back to you.
Right back at you, Prachetta. It's we're so happy that you're here with us and that we can be here for you. This is important. And Betsy says, you ladies are my morning coffee today. I woke up and tuned in to see you right away. Laugh out loud. Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Betsy, for that comment.
Yeah,
good morning.
that
And
is so
Betsy,
sweet.
thank you for coming on to the channeling that I did yesterday in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. I speak English. But Lily Ortega is a wonderful woman that takes what I say from the angels and translates that into Spanish. And Betsy, I saw you there yesterday. I believe you got a little message there yesterday, Betsy. And that happens every Friday at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. It's a channeled message for everyone from the angels. And then they ask if anybody has a question or if you would just like them to tune into something for you. So next Friday at 1 o'clock, show up, Enlightened World Network, and I would love to see you all there.
Okay, so good.
Gabby's in Western Australia.
Yes. So, okay. Yeah, Monday is the 18th of May. Absolutely.
Oh, and that adds up to 9, he says.
Oh my gosh, completion.
Yeah, awesome.
That is so good. That is so good.
Okay,
comment
Wendy, I'm not sure what you're asking about the time. Oh, what time were you at? What time were Gabby's at? I think they're like 14 hours ahead of us, if I'm not mistaken.
Is all of Australia in the same time zone? I know here in the United States we have Eastern, Central, Mountain, and Pacific time. We have 4 time zones in the United States, and I must admit I'm not very savvy when it comes to other countries. I know England is all in one time zone. I'm pretty sure.
Well, I think I have my friend Anea in Australia, so like right now it's midnight for her over in Australia because they're 14 hours ahead, and it's the next day.
Okay.
We're always a day apart, even though we're both existing at the same point in time.
Okay. She says it's 8:05 p.m. Saturday night, and no, we aren't, Jeryl Ann.
Okay, so you're not in the same time zone.
Right.
Yeah, kind of like here, because Australia's huge.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
So I think isn't it even bigger than we are, than the United States?
Well, could be.
But you have a lot of open land. Like, we pretty much have built, if there's a spot, we're going to build on it.
Yeah.
Which, I don't
Unless
know,
you go out west, and then it's not
Yeah.
so crowded, thank heavens. Okay, Scarlett says it's lunchtime there in the
lunchtime.
UK. I think you guys are 5 hours ahead of us.
And for Angie, it's 10:10 on Saturday night.
Okay. All right.
You're in New Zealand, aren't you?
Who?
Angie.
No, she's in Australia.
She says
But she's
new.
NSW, whatever. So, Angie, can you type in, I know you put in NSW. I think that's a time zone, maybe, where you're at. I'm just curious. Okay, we are 22 watching here. And Prachetta it's 5:40 on Saturday evening. She's in Delhi, India. Yeah. So,
so you're
New South Wales. That's what NSW means.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, New South Wales. Laugh out loud. I know. I really don't know.
This is my first cup of coffee.
Yeah.
I even looked at that and saw new.
Honestly, if I would even know, I actually was able to read it correctly and had no clue what it meant. So I am going to feign my
we have a hard enough
knowledge.
We have a hard enough time keeping up with 4 time zones. Okay. I get so discombobulated with time zones, and like I said, we're all existing at the same point in time. Why can't we just have a time?
Yeah, no kidding.
Let's just say we're in this time. It's kind of like this day. We're in this time.
This time.
Yeah, because really we are, as we're all sitting here chatting together and mingling together. We're in the same spot in time.
Yeah. But isn't it interesting that, growing up, being in the States, because I'm 62 years old, so, or young, 62 years young. Anyway, I grew up in the Midwest, Central Time Zone. And so it was just the Eastern Time Zone, an hour ahead, was so foreign to me. And when I moved here to Florida, it'll be 19 years ago, it was just that 1 hour made such a difference in my life. But the time the TV shows were on and everything else, it was really weird. And then I got used to the United States. Well, now we are a global community. So we do need to start learning what time zone you're in, what time zone I'm in, and so that we can communicate better. And when we do a workshop or anything else, we think about, okay, what time would this be on not only the West Coast, West Coast, which is 3 hours behind us, but then you've got the UK, which is 5 hours ahead of us, and then you've got Australia, then you've got New Zealand and Belgium and Holland and Norway, and you really, to try to do something that can fit everybody's schedule, it really gets a little complicated at times.
It is difficult. And I love Scarlett Peterson. It's coffee time. No matter where you are. This is coffee and conversation time, right. Robert Dosen. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Sharon Boyle says, the time is this moment. I love that.
Oh, that's
And
good.
I love Eckhart Tolle's teaching of staying in the now. This is the now. This is really the only moment that we know of that we have, right? And we're not guaranteed one more moment beyond this. So this is the now, and then if we go forward, there will be another now. But staying in that now moment is important. Right. So thank you.
And speaking of now,
it's prayer time now.
We do. And our friend Sharon Rhea, she has a dear friend that has 2 brain tumors and is asking for prayers. So please lift up Sharon's friend in prayer. And we've got a bunch of others. Didn't you get others yesterday that aren't on here? Well,
Sean Perry wrote a nice note on Facebook yesterday, and I asked him if we could share it in the group because we've all been lifting up his sister. His sister had heart failure, and she pretty much died. Her heart did quit, and they had to put her on medication to keep her heart going, and then they had to do some surgery. It was really touch and go there for a while with her. She came out of ICU yesterday. So Sean was sending out prayers, or sending out thanks and gratitude for the prayers. And he did tell his sister that our group was praying for her. So I asked him if we could share that. I put it in the group that she is out of ICU. We love answered prayer. We love when we see that that person has something that changed in some way. So let's continue to keep her in our prayers because she is still in the hospital. It's still not a great situation yet, but she is out of ICU, and that's an important step. So thank you all for lifting her up.
And I'd like to ask for my neighbor, Diane Faulkner. She is just a lovely lady, and she's going to have back surgery upcoming. And the thing of it is, she's in so much pain. And as even Wendy is having to wait, had to wait for a surgical date, these are what they consider non-essential surgeries of sorts. Or not our first priority, certainly. So she's in lots and lots of pain. And her daughter, Sherry, who lives with them, she's lost. I mean, I saw them yesterday, and she looks like a skeleton, and they don't know why she's lost all this weight. She has a lot of health problems. So if you would lift them up in prayer, I would really appreciate that so much.
Yeah, and I typed in a few names. I want to read Gabby's comment. She says, aside from the beautiful weather today, I had a really crappy afternoon, energy-wise, and that's clearing. I feel it clearing. Was crying, feeling sorry for myself, although I shouldn't. Horrible energy. Set out at sunset trying to get rid of it. No good. After spending the last 43 minutes in this group, my heart is feeling lighter. Thank you, everyone. Love you all. And let's pivot away from that word shouldn't.
Thank you.
No criticism, no judgment, not even of yourself, especially not of yourself. And we love that you're here, and thank you for sharing that this lifted you. I really appreciate that.
Of course, Matthew. And I would like to just add this. You know, right now, Gabby, because we're ascending, because of all the energy in that, the universe is bringing that stuff up and out so we can release it. So when that happens, when that happens to me, I go into gratitude because I know that that's kind of a dark corner within me that needs to be released because I can't take my 3D baggage into 5D consciousness. So it's actually a really, really good thing that it's happening because it's coming up and out to release so that you can stay in a higher vibration, because if that was there and you were feeling it, it means it was within you. And it doesn't matter where it came from. It doesn't matter why. It could be from other lifetimes. It could be from your childhood. It doesn't matter. The beauty is it's coming up and out. Thank the universe and say, yay, cool. One less thing I'm carrying around with me. But thank you for acknowledging that the group was able to help you lift up.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
And we have some others. I typed in 3. That's Rosie's brother, Rosie Shapiro, her brother Matthew Delfino. Let's continue to lift him up. My friend Yvonne Denny, who was tested positive for COVID, and Camille Desom, who is constantly battling through her cancer journey.
Yes. Catherine Kovacs asked for prayers for her and her family. And Angie said, my ex with the infection from burst cyst on pancreas is out of ICU as well and improving. Thank you, ladies. I put him in prayers a good week.
Know.
We'll continue to lift him up, Angie.
We will. And Wendy, our own Wendy, says, not too long now, I have my appointment to see the surgeon on the 22nd of June.
Yes,
and,
good.
Wendy, I hope your pain level is decreasing, and we've been putting you in that prayer circle every day for that.
Carol Allen said, continue prayers for Matt M., who is detoxing from addiction. Absolutely, Carol. A lot of us know what that's like. It's not an easy path. And, oh, good. I know, Gabby, it's honestly, making that shift is one of the hardest things that we do. It really is. But on the other side, it feels so much better. And you are very, very welcome. We're all in this together. We're all going through this. I may be going through it today. You may be going through it tomorrow. Somebody may have gone through it last week, or it's coming up for somebody. So we just keep pulling each other up and through. Do you want to read
Yeah,
Sally's?
Sally says it's a constant reminder that we are still human first and foremost. We have to welcome the issues to be able to understand the issues or understand the lessons so we can release the negative parts of the issues we face.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it has
Well
to come
said.
up for us to look at it, and it is prayer time.
Yeah.
And Wendy says, yes, I feel great today so far. Yay!
Good.
We love good news.
Yeah.
We love that that prayer and the energy we send out does make a difference.
It does.
It really does.
It really, really does.
All right. And Robert's sending healing energy for the solution and resolution of all diseases and problems on the 3D physical plane, for Mother Earth, for the highest good of everyone involved, and so it is.
Absolutely.
Thank you,
and
Robert.
So it is, Robert. Thank you.
That's what we do when we come together with our energy and pull everything together. Hi, Lynn Paulson. Thank you. And Jean Lorio, you're here just in time for our meditative prayer. I love this time of day. So when we go into that prayer and we lift up these prayer requests, I always say we're bringing them to God. And for me, when I say that word God, it's the creator. It's the one that is the highest power that is. So whatever you call that, you don't have to call it God, but that is what I choose to use. That's what I've used my whole life. It's familiar to me. And I realize that not everybody believes the same way. We're not a religion. We don't have a dogma that says you have to do it this way. We welcome everybody because our religion is love. And we welcome everyone with open arms and really hold out that energy of we're all the same. We're all connected through love and through that spirit of oneness. So let's do that. I see other people putting in names, and I'm seeing them now. Michelle Campbell, Trini. Yes, thank you. Thank you for putting your prayer requests in. You can continue to type them in. They'll be seen and acknowledged. So let's take that deep breath in. Breathing it into the lungs, filling up this big balloon inside of us as we breathe deeply. That's what you want to do, not just a shallow breath. Fill up what you would envision would fill up a balloon. And just let that energy go into your lungs, clearing out whatever is there. Shaking loose anything that's unlike love, anything that's low vibration right now. As our wonderful nature is revving up and the frogs are singing because it's been raining. Just continue to breathe in, feeling into love, feeling into peace and happiness and joy. Just as the frogs showed us, we can sing out our joy. We can do that too. Breathe in the love and sing out the joy. Just let it come out of your mouth. Continue to fill your lungs with happiness, with happy thoughts, positive thoughts. Bringing in that energy right into your heart center. If you're touching your chest area, that brings your focus right there where that air is going. Right into your lungs, down into your diaphragm, and then relax it out. And let's breathe in again, and this time as it goes deep, deep, deep in your lungs, feel it traveling a little bit deeper even into your solar plexus. Because we're going to sit there for a moment in that energy. We're going to get rid of some limiting beliefs today. This is what I'm hearing from the angels. Let's go into the solar plexus. And let's say the statement, I am worthy, without any preconceived notion about your worthiness. Just say that statement. And let it sit there for a minute. And see what happens. Say it again. I am worthy. What do you feel in your solar plexus area? Is there an energy of, I am worthy but? Is there some resistance to your worthiness? Some resistance to really feeling that you are important, you matter, and you deserve whatever it is that you want. Now say it again. I am worthy. And just notice what comes up for you. There's no judgment. There's no criticism. You're just doing this energy test, if you will. Just seeing and gauging what's happening with your energy when you say those words. See if something resists it. Do you have a but in there? I am worthy, but other people are more worthy than me. That's a resistance. Other people deserve to have whatever they want. That's a resistance. Now say it again, filling into your solar plexus. I am worthy. Now what's your energy doing? Is it starting to accept your worthiness? Or does it still have that little thought in the back of your head? Yeah, but I've done some things that I can't get through that are interfering with my worthiness. Nobody would like me if they knew whatever that skeleton is that's in the closet. People would think I'm bad if they saw me and fill in the blank. There's all kinds of limiting beliefs that stop us from knowing I am worthy. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. I am enough. Wow. Did that hit a brick wall somewhere? Whew, let's breathe in and clear that. And then let's say it again. Feeling into your solar plexus energy. I am enough. And I'll wait. See lots of thoughts popping up about being enough. What is the story that you're telling yourself about not being enough? Just as you are, you don't need anything else. You are enough. It's your birthright. It's who you are. Coming into this world, you are enough. Now say it again. And anything that was resisting, any thought that's telling you it's not true, let it go right now. Just let it drift away. And really feel the energy of I am enough. Let's get rid of all the criticism. Things you're telling yourself that you should do or you shouldn't do or you can't do. Maybe life would be different if I did this. If I had more money, life would be easier. Let's get rid of all of those limiting beliefs, all of that lack mentality surrounding being enough, surrounding being worthy. We are all worthy. Say it to yourself again into that solar plexus energy. I am worthy. I am enough. And really feel that now. Letting go of the limits. Thinking in infinite possibilities. We live in an abundant universe. There is more than enough for all of us in the world. So losing that lack mentality, it's not easy, but it's as easy or hard as you make it. When you can feel into your worthiness, feel into deserving whatever it is that you want, you are just as worthy as the next person to have anything you want. Yeah, that's right. Let's run those thoughts away. Let's get rid of those limiting beliefs, those things that we say, that's just holding me back. That's just a barrier to me receiving my divine inheritance. My inheritance is love. My inheritance is a joyful life, a stress-free life. So just as the energy of an animal protecting its environment, let's protect our feeling of worthiness. Let's protect it from anything outside that might threaten that feeling of worthiness. Any old tape that says to you you're not worthy, and you may have heard those words in your lifetime. Maybe they weren't even spoken. Maybe it was an attitude that said to you as with a look, you don't deserve to be heard. You don't deserve to be seen even. Let's let go of that. Let's run that away, just like the dogs ran away. Whatever they perceived was invading. Those thoughts invade our worthiness. So we choose to go into knowing that we are worthy, knowing that we are loved, knowing that we are abundant. There's been a shift. I can feel that shift now as more of you are almost like sending up little heart bubbles, little love bubbles, that you're feeling your worthiness now. So let's move that energy of being worthy, deserving, loved. Let's move it up to the heart, out of the solar plexus, and let it just travel upward to our heart center. And as we all feel worthy and deserving of good and wonderful things, let's send that love out. Let's send that excitement out over these prayer requests. Let's lift up every person and everything that's been placed in our prayer requests. Let's spread that sense of worthiness and infinite possibilities over our earth plane, our Mother Gaia. Let's extend it to all the inhabitants, whether it's people, animals, plants, the water that we have on earth. Let's extend that to them and say to them, you are worthy. You deserve to be the very best that you can be and to have the very best life you can have. So as we've done that, and we've covered them with our energy of worthiness and love, let's lift them and ask the angels to continue to lift the prayer request, to lift any low vibration energy and let it travel higher to be transmuted into positive energy. And bringing these prayer requests all the way up to the Creator, as high as we can go in the universe. There are no limits. There's no walls around the universe. So it's going out into the spaciousness where God is. God is everywhere. But as we acknowledge God in our lives, acknowledge that the Creator will bless us and bless all these prayer requests that we're bringing forward, we're going to let them go. We're going to turn them over, let them be consumed in the oneness of everything, and knowing that each person is seen, heard, and acknowledged, and that whatever happens is for the best and highest good in every situation that was brought forth. And thank you. Let's give gratitude now. Thank you, God. Thank you, angels. I feel a legion of angels surrounding us now. Beautiful white light that's coming through. Take a deep breath in and feel again into your worthiness. Has it grown? Do you feel more worthy than before? If you had to put a number on it, maybe in the beginning when you were saying I am worthy, it was maybe a 1 or a 0 even in some cases. Now what does it look like? Does that worthiness look like innumerable? You can't even put a number because it feels so great and so overwhelming in your heart. Let's just feel into that worthiness for another minute. Knowing that we are worthy. Knowing that we are loved. And let's look at everyone else in the group. See them in their perfection. See everyone here as loved. You are loved. You are so supported and so surrounded by God's love. Feel the angels again, holding everyone, touching us with just a little touch. It's very light, very gentle this morning. As they touch us, mine's on the cheek. I just feel a light touch on my cheek right now. Some are feeling it at the top of your head, some on your shoulder or on your hand. They're really surrounding this group. Thank you, angels. Let's give gratitude. So much gratitude for our spirit guides, for our angels that let us see their presence. Don't we want to see? Don't we want to feel and to hear that presence outside of ourselves? It's all inside. It's all here. Whew, that was really good. Good work. Good work this morning of really letting go of some limiting beliefs and feeling into your worthiness, feeling that you are deserving, and you are. Wonderful job. Okay, let's start to bond together. I'm not sure where Jeryl Ann is, but I know she's here in spirit. So let's start to bond together like we do every morning and start to send that love that's in our heart to everyone gathered here, everyone that will hear this later, everyone that's hearing the sound of this and the energy of this. We're going to send some love out, and we do what's called a heart telephone. So we bring it from our heart first. All that gooey yumminess that came into our heart of love and abundance and peace and joy. Just hold that right now. Feel that right at this moment. And then you're going to give it to the person on your left. So Jeryl Ann's with the dogs, but she can hear us and she's participating in our heart telephone. As you give it to that person on your left, just say the words, I love you, and send it from your well inside of your heart. I love you. And then watch it travel around as it comes around and comes back into your heart center. Gather it up even more. And we're going to say to the whole group, not just to one person. We're going to focus on everybody all at one time. And on the count of 3, we're going to say, thank you. I love you. So 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I love you. Give yourself a hand. Give yourself a hand. This was beautiful work. Beautiful work. I never know where the angels are going to take us. I never, ever know what's going to come out of my mouth when I open it. I don't have pre-planned prayers or meditations. They just flow from the angels. And today they chose to bring us all into the awareness of our worthiness, to let us know I am enough. just as I am. I don't need anything else. Just me, this being that is here at this moment in time. I am enough. You are enough. Really feel that energy today. And I want to hear if there was a shift, if there was a change in your vibration of being your worthy self, knowing that you are worthy. I really want to hear if you all did. And I see Sherry Layton Gatewood, tears. I'm going to start spreading worthiness along with the love, especially to my grown children. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sherry. It's something we can all do. We can all find our own sense of worthiness, and as we do, it changes us. It changes the way we treat others because we're changing the way we treat ourselves. We're knowing that we're worthy. We're feeling into that knowingness, and it does make a difference. It does shift your energy, and I felt it. I felt the shift in energy. My heart feels bigger, says Scarlett. And Wendy Roberts, yes, I felt a shift. Deirdre, I am that I am. Absolutely. Ooh. And you know, I don't know who it was. It may have been Wayne Dyer even, that took those words, I am that I am, and put a comma beside the word, or after the word that. I am that I am. And that is whatever your story is. Whatever you choose after those words, I am. I am that. I am. I am worthy. I am. So do that today. Say those words. I am worthy. I am. And just let that God energy flow through you in your worthiness. Yay. And Gabby says, I need a minute. I'm still sitting right in that energy. I'm here for you, Gabby. We all are. I love this. I know I have to get off of here, but I don't want to because I really want to feel your experience. I want to feel the shifts that happened. Rachel DeShriver, you're welcome. Thank you for being here. And Jean Lorio says, I'm glad I made it. Love, love, love. And we're all sending you love, Gabby. Do you see that? We did it in the circle. We did it energetically. And now you're seeing the words that we're sending you love. We're sending that right to you as you feel into your worthiness and you let go of limiting beliefs. Hi, Jeryl.
Hi, everybody. I love you all. I just want to say I love you. It's just there's fishermen right outside, and my dogs will bark like crazy if I come back out with them. So thank you. That was beautiful, Teri.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And Gabby says, I feel like I'm having a healing. You are. You are. Anytime we move energy, that's a healing. That's healing those old places. It was old beliefs that are back there in our subconscious. I point back here because that's where I feel like my subconscious is. It's not in the front of my brain. It's back here somewhere. And that's where those old tapes are. That it's tapes we replay from our experiences. If somebody has made you feel less than or put conditions on their love for you or perceived love, those tapes still run until we acknowledge them, bring them up, and say, no, I am worthy just as I am. I don't need anything else. I am enough just as I am. So speak those words throughout the day, Gabby, throughout the day. I am worthy. I am enough. And remember, I am that. I am. Whatever your that is your story. The story you're telling yourself and the story you're telling other people. That's what I am. I am worthy. Make that your story. You can change your story at any moment in time because this is the only moment there is, this now moment. And Prachetta, I felt so light after so many days. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, Wendy, I love you, honey. The queen of meditation. I love meditation. It's my thing. I do it all the time. And Scarlett says it's very emotional, and Wendy felt emotional, and Gabby says that was powerful. Feeling that love is powerful. That is our superpower, to decide to accept the love. We make choices every moment of every day. Choose love. I choose love. I choose love, and I want more of that, please. And Sharon Boyle's ready to rock and ready to roll. I agree, honey, and I do have to get on with my day as well, and I know there's other things coming on to Enlightened World Network. It's a big day here. Betsy felt the angels touch me. I am worthy of love. I love you guys so much. I love our time together. It does have to come to an end. Deirdre, where are you? Deirdre always ends us here on the show. Gabby says, thank you, Teri, but also everyone. I felt it all and I sent it back. I hope you got it back. I honestly have had a shift. I feel a little weird. When energy moves, you do have that feeling of something happening. And so sometimes you might get dizzy. Sometimes there's just more clarity. Just allow, be gentle and allow whatever happens. Yes, and they're sending you hugs, Gabby. And I saw Deirdre. Where'd she go? Namaste, y'all. I love you all so much. Don't forget, 10 o'clock is Michelle Lander's masterclass. If y'all are jumping in there, 9:30 is Diane on the playground. I love you. Bye, everybody. Yes, drink water. Water, water, water. Flush that stuff out of you. And you're so welcome. Bye, everybody.